Charlie Venes, thank you for welcoming me into your house.
You're welcome.
And congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction at Gully.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure it's been a long time coming, but you're very pleased with it.
Yes, total surprise.
Very good. Now, take us back before you got here. Just a little bit about growing up in Malta and then what brought you here and how that transpired. Let me know about that.
Well, I was one of 6 children in Malta, and I'd imagine after the war things were pretty hard for my parents. And my dad and his brother-in-laws and cousins, they all come out first. All the husbands come out first to Australia, about 2 years before us. After they sort of found somewhere and settled, all the wives and the children came. We arrived there about the 18th of April in 1955 on the ship called Scorburn. You want me to get you the spelling?
No, that's
okay.
Cool.
And a ship
we'll grab it.
And a ship called Scorburn. First thing when I got to Station Pier, my old man gave me a belt on the arse because I was being naughty in Malta while he wasn't home.
How old were you then?
I was 10 and a half.
10 and a half, okay.
Come to Australia. First, I went to Catholic school in St Albans. First few weeks we were actually in the old town hall before the school was finished in Winifred Street.
Yeah.
A few months after we arrived, my Uncle Harry turned up, who was coaching an under-14 team in Malta for Floriana, who were the Floriana Swallows. And I used to hang around, have a kick a ball, so he's sort of my sort of coach, if that makes any sense. When he came to Australia apparently the first question I asked him, I can't remember this, but he swears by this, I said to him, Uncle Harry, did you bring any soccer balls with you? He goes, well, if you go and find some kids, I've got a suitcase full of soccer balls, I'm going to start kicking the ball around.
Nice.
Those days, if you went back to 55 in St Albans, there was no roads, so it didn't take you long to go from one house to another. You just walked across the paddock. I probably rounded 14 or 15 boys that I was playing around with at that time. We were living in St Albans, and most of those boys decided that they want to play soccer because they're all immigrants, and whether they come from Malta, Holland or wherever, soccer was what they played. Our first get-together, kick the ball around training session, call it what you like to call it, was in Leicester Avenue, where the state school is built. We got kicked out of there because the school was being built straight away. We had no ground, so we went down to Main Road East. So we'd go down there, and some of the dads would come there with a sickle, cut the pitch up, make a ground. Another 2 dads would come and hold the line, run a string, a bag of line. Of course, no goalposts. Mr. Cheffo made the goalposts, and part of our training session was to carry the goalposts down to the ground.
Oh, wow.
From Cheffo's place, which was in
so
Station Avenue.
Take them down every session?
Take them down, play the game, take them down. If we were lucky, we would be playing on the same ground probably 4 weeks, then the houses came. So as the houses came, the ground moved.
Different paddock or
same area,
land.
Down the main road.
Mobile pitches.
Yeah, we were probably there 18 months.
So were you just playing amongst yourselves?
No.
Playing against other teams?
We played against. We played against Sun. Now, whether Sunshine or Sunshine City, I don't know, right? But it was Sunshine.
And this was a junior team.
A junior team, yeah.
Was
under 13s.
And it was under the Green Gully name.
No, under Ajax.
Ajax,
just
Ajax.
Ajax Soccer Club.
And why Ajax?
Well, Ajax was named. We Floriana, where we come from.
Yeah.
Not far away from where we lived was the harbour, and in the harbour was the mighty battleship Ajax, the English destroyer.
Oh wow!
And we got named after that, and Ajax of Holland, right?
Okay, so it's a combination of those
two.
Yeah,
but mainly because of the battleship of Malta, because
amazing.
Maltese and the Poms. Malta was like a repair shipyard, like a ship dockyard, for the English, and they used to bring them to Maltese harbour, and that fixed with it. So and because my grandma, my mum, and Uncle Harry and all them, they used to run in Malta like there, like a little pubs on his business ring in Malta, right? And all the English soldiers, sailors used to come in frequent, and that's how the thing came. The teams we played against here, I remember we played against ICI.
Yeah.
We played against we used to play against Williamstown, but there used to be an old hostel down at Williamstown Road near the rifle range.
Yep.
We used to play there. Some of the clubs I don't remember, but the way we used to get to them, it was either by train. You had to take your own orange, and of course, we never had any tops. So my uncle Tano Casa, who's half brother of my Uncle Harry, he bought the t-shirts at Coles and St Albans. They're a dark green, like a dark olive green t-shirt, and some of the mums put the numbers and the name Ajax on the front.
And stitched them on the front.
Stitched them, hand stitched them. Because I don't think in those days anybody in St Albans not only didn't have a bloody toilet, but nobody would have electric,
Sewing
the old.
machine.
They had one of the old singer. And as it sort of progressed, the council gave us a block of land between Vincent Avenue and Oberon Avenue, and we probably stayed there till we were under, don't hold me to this, probably till under 18s.
Yeah. You still only had the one team, or did you
No,
start adding
we
teams?
still the same team. Yeah. One team.
Yeah.
It's the same kids sort of kept going. Then the houses came along and we were breaking too many windows accidentally with the ball. Yeah, so we got kicked out and put onto Green Gully Reserve.
Ah, okay.
Now the first ground we had at Green Gully Reserve is actually where the tennis ground is. So tennis courts.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
There's no toilets, no lights, no water. The toilets were the old Dunny can thing, and I had the privilege of being in the committee, and if you're unlucky enough to get the short straw, you have to go and empty it before the games. Right? Only cold showers. The tin shed was built by a bloke, old Frankie Coble, who his son is now in the committee, Nicky Coble, at Green Gully. It was pretty hard because there was no road, no nothing. It was just thistles, and But the council started looking after us a little bit by cutting the grass and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what year, but then they gave us this original ground that we've got now.
Yeah.
The original gatehouse toilet block. It's all built by voluntary blokes.
Okay.
The only thing the council done for us is give us the ground and build the dressing rooms.
Yeah.
But the toilet block, the canteen, and everything else, the fencing around there, was all voluntary. It was all voluntary. The chain mesh, I don't know what I should tell you this, but the chain mesh for the fence came from Albion Rovers.
And when you say came from, did someone donate it to you, or did it just end up on the back of a truck?
Well, it ended up on the back of my truck.
That's the way to do it in the western suburbs. It's called sharing, isn't it?
Yes. And so that's one thing I'm guilty of.
Well, you don't have to say you did it. You can tell us someone else did it.
Make sure you delete that.
Yeah.
And I don't know how far you want to go, but I mean the lights.
We don't want to stop now.
In 1970, we still had no lights, right?
Yeah.
At the gully. So training was held around with all the cars, and the lights would be put on.
Yeah.
And when my cousin Tony Valla became the coach at Ajax, at Green Gully Ajax, still those days, Green Gully Ajax, training session one day was to run to the brand new St Albans pub. And outside the St Albans pub, across the road from Westvale United, West United, was all these SCC poles.
Yeah.
So training was down there. I brought my semi-trailer down there. Righto, boys, lift these poles onto the semi-trailer. take him to the ground, it's your train, go home. And that's the first set of lights. And still till today, I think there's still 3 poles left standing up with this little light. No bigger than that.
Yeah.
And they're the original
lights.
Original lights of Green Gully.
Floodlights.
Floodlights. Well,
They probably weren't floodlights. Yeah.
Um,
And they were also borrowed, were they?
the lent
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, you can take them back soon.
Yeah, well,
That factory's still
long-term, non-returnables.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blokes that build Green Gully. A lot of blokes that unfortunately some of them passed away.
Share some names with us. Tell us about these people.
Well, all the brickwork was done by a chap by the name of Dieter Witkowski. The majority of the concreting and all the hard work, Paul as a party. Freddie Grimaud, as we call him, Woo Woo, and I won't tell you why.
Is that Johnny's grandfather?
Johnny's uncle. Johnny Grimaud's uncle. Yeah, Johnny Grimaud's uncle. There's a lot of guys. I can't remember all the bloody names, but old Frankie Coble, he built the tin shed.
Yeah.
And the sad part about it, he left Green Gully one day after a drinking session with another bloke at the Green Gully.
Yeah.
Decided to walk home, left his car there. Poor
Yeah.
bastard got run over outside of Green Gully by the bloke he was drinking with.
No way.
Killed him. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Frankie.
Sad.
Yeah.
So tell me how this junior team,
Yeah.
you guys, that first
Yeah.
team,
Yeah.
you moved over to Gully now.
Yeah.
You've got the new grounds.
Yeah.
At what point did the club start sort of adding other teams? Was it now just a junior club? Did you have a senior club? Were you guys the first seniors that played then?
Yes. Yeah. Not me.
Yep.
Right, because I dropped off earlier. But like Dutchie and Freddie Grimaud, Freddie Grimaud, sorry.
The Dutchie being Friends
Yeah,
parents.
Friends Behrens,
Charlie Grimaud.
Charlie Grimaud, goalkeeper. Hang on, just let me think. Charlie Grimaud, goalkeeper. Freddie Axiak, Johnny Chefai. Lewis, somebody. I can't think of their names.
No,
but
so a fair few of that junior team.
Some of the boys, the original team.
Yeah.
There would probably be half of them.
Yeah.
Michael Gamby next year was another one. Half of them probably was the first senior team.
Okay.
Right, and I think then when you had a senior team, you had to have 1 or 2 junior teams. I think that's how it went with the V.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
With the Watson, yeah. So that's then of course don't ask me to coach them then, but other teams came along and other kids came along and slowly Green Gully just grew and grew.
Yeah,
and
so
grew.
it would have been playing in some sort of like industrial league at the time or something like that, a Sunday league?
No. I think our first team probably played in 4th Division or 5th Division or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
They started down there.
Yeah.
And then they just sort of kept going. Yeah?
Okay. So you dropped off, stopped playing, or just...
Yeah, like probably I played... I remember one day I played a game against Frankston Pines.
Yep.
But I don't know how I played because they must have been short because I gave it away. I thought chasing girls was more fun than playing soccer. So I probably gave it away at 16 and disappeared. But I followed the club every week. I was, ball boy, bloody, you name it, put the nets up, take the nets down, mowed the ground, whatever. And sort of been involved with it as a supporter. I was on the junior committees.
Yeah.
I was on the senior committee for a short time because I used to be an interstate truck driver, so I couldn't do it, so I had to give it away.
So what period was that when you were on the senior committee, roughly?
That was the time when I can't remember what year, but it was the time we brought Willie Vassallo to Australia.
Okay.
Because I was on the committee for that.
So the club specifically targeted
Willie Vassallo.
Yeah, to bring him out there.
And what we were trying to do is we were trying to get somebody with a name to try and get people.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
We were trying to attract, because it doesn't matter how many English guys you bring over, you just can't get supporters.
Yeah.
Right? And you've got to remember those days. The only way you made the money is that you run bloody chook raffle. There was no.
Yeah, of course.
There's nothing. No income.
You were self-sufficient. That was good.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So Willie was a Maltese international,
He was
right?
Maltese
Yeah.
international. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
so, Solo.
Yeah. So that was the plan.
And Floriana.
And
from,
Floriana,
yeah,
okay.
and sort of,
So
that's
that
sort
was-
of the green and white,
Okay.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
was a specific target.
It was
They wanted
targeted.
him, yeah.
Different, yeah.
Okay.
Now, who in the committee targeted, whether it was, those days, was it Guy Spiteri? Or was it, whether it was Guy Spiteri, Luis de Fraat, or Paul as a party?
Yep.
I'd say money-wise, Paul as a party would have put money. Paul always put his money, where his mouth was. He could afford to do it, and where us we could do the work. He could put the money in. Yeah, but I can't remember who was president at the time. That's what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Guy, I think it was Guy Spiteri, actually.
So that first part of the jigsaw,
Mm-hmm.
did it work? Did it attract? Do you think it worked in terms of attracting the players that you were then looking to do?
No,
get
because
and to
I
build?
honestly think it backfired.
Oh,
I
really?
honestly think it backfired, and the simple reason is that he was the only Maltese star player in our team.
Yeah.
We had fairly good English players, right? And here you got these English players. It's like if you end up with one good one, he would bring his mate over.
Correct. Yeah.
And so then all of a sudden he's hang on, they're starting to bring somebody from here. We better make him look back. So if I pass the ball to you, I'll pass you a short or a long. So you're out of position. Yeah. And I think for me, it probably took Willie 3 years to find his feet in Australia.
Yeah.
As different style of
Yeah.
hard soccer.
Of
Hard
course.
soccer.
Yeah. It was a physical game then. Yeah.
Because when you come to think of it, if you had Scottish and English players, it was like kick first and then win the ball.
Yeah. Oh, it was a different style, a
Yeah,
different time, different
yeah.
period, of course.
It,
Yeah. That's right. So Willie took his time, but then did you think?
then he,
Yeah, and then he-
stood there something.
Of course. All right. Well, tell me, in that period that you're involved in the committee and whatever, other than Willie, give us some other names that the club bought out and that made a big difference or started to change things. There's some memorable names that some star players.
For me, we had. I can run you the best thing Green Gully ever had if you want to write it down. But
Well, let's go through them and you tell me why you think those players were, on what they brought to the table for you.
well, we'll start with the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I'll go back there. But this is not the time that I was in the committee. This is the time overall.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
in
yeah.
a bracket of
Absolutely.
we'll say 15,
Yeah.
20 odd years, right? I would say the best goalkeeper ever at Green Gully
Yeah.
was Lou Dennis. Right? Lou Dennis was courageous,
Mm-hmm.
couldn't care less who's in front of him, whether it's his own team player,
Yeah.
to get the ball.
Yeah.
Played at the Gully for a hell of a long time.
Yeah.
Just an outstanding, how do I say it? Well, to be a goalkeeper, you've got to be crazy. And
That's
he
what they
had,
say. Yeah.
and he had half of that before he started, right?
Okay.
He always used to protect himself very well. He was the old goalkeeper I know who went up for a ball like this with his legs in front of him always, He'd always protect himself.
He was a solid boy too, as well.
Yeah, it was good. Louis, and it took us a while because we tried to get him from St Albans earlier.
Yeah.
But we ended up getting him, right? So for me, Lou Dennis was the best goalkeeper we've had.
Okay. And right back?
Right back.
We're basically picking your best 11.
I'm
here.
just that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Right back for me would be. What did Hoggy play? He played left, didn't
He played both.
he? Yeah. Yeah, because I'd say I would put as the best left fullback would be Stevie Douglas, the right fullback David Hogben, but I'm not too sure if Hoggy played right.
Either way, they both make up for a good team.
Yeah.
What you got Stevie Douglas from Albion?
Albion Road. No, actually we got him from Morwell.
After Morwell. Was it?
Yeah,
Okay,
we got him from Morwell. And then in the middle, for me, it'd be Stevie Shaw. Sorry. No, hang on. Not Stevie Shaw. Steve Short. Yeah, Steve Short.
Steve Short,
Yeah.
Played for Victoria as well.
Yeah, Steve Short.
Yeah, good player.
Yeah, in front of him, Jimmy Dunn.
Yeah.
The four across the middle, I would put on the right hand side Mickey Bennigan.
Yeah.
I'd have to put Willie Vassallo there, yeah. Willie Vassallo next to him.
You squeeze him in there.
Yeah. And the best player Green Gully ever had is a bloke by the name of... Fucking hell, he done his back.
Gordon Wallace.
Gordon Wallace, yeah. Gordon Wallace
And
Roy Collins on the other side of him. Those four. Yeah, how the coach would put them up for me, and Roy Collins, right?
So you reckon Gordon Wallace was the best player?
For me.
Yeah.
This is just my opinion.
Of course, it's
For me,
it's a game of opinions.
Great vision, left and right leg either side, backwards and forwards. Yeah.
Where did you get him from?
He came from. I think he's Scottish. I
Yeah.
think he's Scottish. Yeah.
So
And we brought him over.
brought him over.
We
Yeah.
brought him over.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many years do you reckon he was there for?
He wasn't there very long because he done his back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but probably 2 years, 2.5 years,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
And in that time, he impressed the hell out of you,
Oh,
obviously.
gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, like for me, Roy Collins is a very good player.
Yeah.
But this bloke he's had a different vision for.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
From-
So it leaves me
yeah.
two up front. I think I'm going to guess one.
Takes it. Well, left to be Paul was dead centre.
Yeah.
Right hand side, Billy Murray, and left hand side a kid by the name of John O'Grady.
John O'Grady.
Yeah.
Where
In
did
the
he
early
come
days, Australian boy.
from? Yeah. Local.
Just disappeared out of the game. It was a shame because he was absolutely a gun.
Yeah. And was he a Gully junior or did?
I don't know where he come from.
Oh,
to be
okay,
honest with you.
yeah.
I can't remember where he come from.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, Billy Murray's.
Billy Murray.
I think he's a Scouser. I
Do you
think.
know? I'll tell you something you might not know, but Billy Murray is the uncle of Wayne Rooney.
No, I do know that.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, only because of that. The Murrays tell a good story.
Yeah.
They're not short on a story, but yeah, I have heard that story.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I've heard that Bill was a pretty good player. That Lewis's record is obviously
See,
outstanding.
we had another bloke that we actually sold to we sold a bloke to Sam Melbourne Hallis, and I remember this was yesterday, for $10,000, a bloke by the name of Steve Lee Carr,
Yeah,
CARR.
yeah,
And the reason we sold him for $10,000 because we're starting to build a new building, not this one now, but
yeah,
we've gone from the shed to sort of half a decent
yeah,
building,
yeah.
and we needed 10 grand for the roof. And that was the money we wanted.
So
If you
necessity.
wanted 10 grand
Yeah,
to buy to buy all the timber because we had no money. Yeah?
Yeah.
Green Gully was a very poor club.
yeah,
Right, and the only way we used to pay wages is like 4 guys. You put $50, $50.
yeah. Of course.
I remember his mum wanted to kill me one day. We were at Bulleen, and the young Zarafa come up and he said, "Here's the receipts, Mrs. Venes." Right, and she's let me have it. Like, I asked you for money, you haven't got it, but you've got money to give to the club and stuff like that. But I wasn't the only bloke doing that. There was a lot of blokes.
Of course, yeah. But that's the way soccer clubs are run, and that's the only way to get him from point A to point B.
Yeah. And that's the only thing that we used to do to sort of keep it going.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is the history. You'd have to read the book, I guess.
Yeah, no,
About
we'll
Green
get the
Gully.
book. And you come across David Smallman.
Yes.
So tell me about this famous.
Well, David Smallman come to us. He came. I think he came the same time as Paul Lewis, to be quite honest, because both of them. See, Paul Lewis was trialling with Liverpool with Ian Rush because they're Welsh.
They both played together at Chester. I think.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Rush made it. Paul didn't. Green Gully brought Paul out here. Paul would have been 19. He quickly got married over there, and he came with his wife and all that. And those days, somebody'd find him a job. I found him a job at Cargo Newpack, where I used to work. And I don't know where Mendy worked, and somebody put him up. I think Freddie and Motti as a party. Jodie's mum and dad. Yeah, I think they put him up for a while till they sort of got David Smallman was always injury prone at the Green Gully. I remember once we actually drove to Adelaide to watch Green Gully play. This would be in 87 in National League, yeah. And he pulled a hamstring in the warm up. But I also remember David Smallman coming camping with us one day, and he just finished telling us the story. He was shit scared of snakes. And this young kid, and I can't remember his name now. And you know him, little blonde kid. And he found a skin of a snake and threw it, and David Smallman just, screamed like a bloody, like a little kid shit, just absolutely shit himself.
As you would, I suppose.
As you would, yeah.
So tell us about, obviously, with your involvement with the club.
Yeah.
And, you've been involved in the committee and in every capacity, player,
Yeah.
coach the juniors there as well.
For a long time. Too.
Yeah. Tell us about coaching juniors and why you did that.
Well, I decided to coach juniors because I wanted to make sure my son was going to play soccer and not footy for a start. Otherwise, I would have cut his legs off. But and David only started; he was only 6.5. The best part about taking the young boys on is that I knew most of them. They were virtually born at Green Gully.
Yeah.
Most of these kids, because I knew their mums and dads, like
Yeah.
through either school or the surrounding area, or being involved with the Green Gully. Yeah.
So it's a big community, yeah?
So it's all interworked together. I decided, I tried to sort of learn as much as I could. I actually even went to a couple of sessions with Ron Smith down at Monash.
Yeah.
And I remember the biggest thing that stuck in my head, he said, not only to me, to the other people that were there as well,
Yeah.
never put an adult's head on a kid's body.
Okay.
And that was sort of something that, you try and teach them what to do, but if they only do half of it, you should be happy with that, because you know what you want, but they're still too young.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I coached, I don't know, 14, 15 years, 16 years, I've got no idea.
Yeah.
But I had the same boys.
Yeah.
Like the one boy's probably 8 years.
Yeah.
And then
Another
another group. They all moved on, and
Cool.
and some of those names were Johnny Grimwood, Frank Spiteri, young David Eyre, Aquilina, Jeffrey Aquilina, Russell Goodman, Michael Witkowski, Neville Bird, the aeroplane kid, Andrew Arthemu.
Why was it the aeroplane kid?
Well,
was he celebration?
it would be we'd be playing a game, and the aeroplane would fly over,
And as they do every
and
2 minutes.
every 2 minutes, and of course stuff the soccer is right. Oh, and Ricky Van Midden, who were playing St Albans one day, and this would have been probably under 13s maybe. Scored a goal, walked off the ground.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Ricky? He said, I scored a goal. I'm going home.
That's it, had enough.
Yeah, that's it.
Finished for the day. Had made his contribution.
Well, I don't know his contribution. Or might have hit the ball, might have hit him in the back of the head and went in. But Charlie Sand,
Oh, yeah.
Livio Tadero, Johnny Grimwood, I was mentioning him. Yeah. Sometimes we used to get little Jojo.
The Roaches.
Oh yeah, David Roach, Warren Roach, two cousins.
I remember those two. I played against them.
Yeah, very good kids. Warren was just exceptional. He's it doesn't matter what he played. Warren,
Yeah, I was
footy,
gonna say,
soccer,
any
cricket,
sport.
marbles.
Yeah,
He's just good. They're good people. Yeah. And it just after I sort of they got past 16-year-old and too hard for me to handle, I passed them over and started a new group of under 8s and sort of carried on like that. But I enjoyed it. And it used to piss you off when you realise that some of the parents use you as a kindergarten.
That happens, yeah.
One classic example, one day, piss and rain, had a bad day at work. I'm going to pick up this Matthew Dean, and his dad opened the door. Oh, Charlie. I said, yeah, Mr. Dad, yeah. He said, you're home early? He said, oh, no, I'm always home this time. I said, what do you mean? I said, I've been picking your kid up for 2 years. He goes, oh, yeah, well, if it was for me, they don't play soccer. I said, well, today's the last time they're going to get picked up. Unfortunately, the kids didn't turn up anymore after that, I think.
No, okay.
But
so tell us about the transition, say like Green Gully, like you've talked about the grassroots, you've talked about building this club, people doing the concreting, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And now you've got this amazing social club, which is of very good standard,
Yes.
and obviously helps pay the bills.
Yes.
All right. Tell us about that transition. What sort of came about that the club decided to go that way, and how it came about, and who was involved?
Okay. The committee that was being run by Charlie Ferrugia at that stage have decided that something needs to be done, right? I won't mention names because this could be some of the committee members mortgaged their house without their wives to get the licenses for the poker machines. And the reason I mention that is because I don't want these blokes to get into trouble.
No, of course, and we don't want that. Yeah.
But they lend the club the money.
Yeah.
And the club put the money up, and they paid them back as quickly as the money was coming in.
Yeah.
Like, they pay you, say whatever, and paid everybody else. The building itself, Paul as a party has got to take a lot of credit for that. He'd get his workers, because Paul had workers, like he's a concrete and building business. When his workers weren't busy somewhere, they'd turn up and spend the day and whatever. With Dita Witkowski and some volunteers, we all have a day. What we used to do is a group of 4 or 5 blokes have a day off from work, and then the next day a group of 4 or 5, everybody used to have a sickie, and we sort of do things like that. I was lucky enough to be where I used to work. I used to know a lot of truck drivers that used to be able to pick up material for Green Gully at no cost. If they needed windows and from Nunawading, Joe Blow would pick them up and take them to Green Gully, and the blokes at Green Gully would sling him a slab or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's how the building got built.
So it's a real community thing again. Same as when you started.
It's all people don't realise that most of that club is built by the members.
Yeah.
It's sad that some of the members have passed away. It's sadder that some of the members have walked away from the place.
Yeah.
And there is reasons for that. The reason is up to them.
Each person has their own
reason why they walked away. Okay. The machines came. It took us a long time to pay the machines off. The things changed. The laws for the poker machines changed. Where before the machine was being divided by 3 parties: the government, Tattersalls, and the Gully. The government, in some reason or other, worked it out that it doesn't work like that no more. You had to buy a license per machine. Yeah. I'm not sure about these figures, but I think I'm pretty close. I think Green Gully had to part with about 2.6 or 2.8 to acquire the 60 or 70 machines they've got there.
Million.
Yes.
Wow.
And they had 10 years to pay them off at, so much. I don't know, but we'll say 100 a month. 100,000 a month. That was all right. That was manageable. We were managing that. We were managing that and buying players.
Yeah.
Then there was a change of government.
Yeah.
When the change of government came, they said, no, it's not going to take us 10 years. We want it in 5 years.
Oh, wow.
So if you notice, after Green Gully won all those trophies, Green Gully struggled. Because the money we had to buy players, we didn't have it anymore. We had to buy from 100,000, we had to find 200,000.
So the resources were gone for the playing.
But having said that, once the Green Gully, I think this year is the last year, that we own.
Yeah.
After this, Green Gully should be going guns, because they've got the money, right?
Yeah.
But they also want to finish, they want to have a feeding bistro,
So there's plans to extend and
the bistro's
grow
there.
again.
The bistro's built there already. If you ever walk in there, you know what that water thing is, right? You've seen that water thing. Just walk straight through there. In there, there's a big bistro.
Yeah.
But it's still just a shell.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
It's healthy.
Green Gully's a very healthy situation.
Ah, very good.
I think the way, just to get away from Green Gully for a minute, I think the way the soccer federation, or the ASF, is it, Soccer Federation Australia, whatever it is, the way they've made these NPL clubs change the structure of the club itself, I think it's hurting the game.
Yeah.
For the simple reason is that if you've got a good kid and he can't afford to pay whatever these stupid fees you've got to pay now, they've gone to play basketball, football, take up knitting. They've walked away from the game, all right? What was wrong with leaving it at the community club? Have as many kids. I remember Green Gully, we used to have 24, 26 junior sides, right? Like under 12s, 3 of them.
Yep.
But now, you shrunk it.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
It's limited. Yeah.
It's limited. So some of those kids have gone and been picked up to other sides. But you've only got so many clubs in an area where the mum and the dad will take them. Like he's saying his daughter wants to go and trials at Calder Park. Good. But there's no way no one's going to take it to Nanawading.
No, that's right.
So if that was our only other choice, I'll take up
Something else.
Something else.
Yeah.
So I think that's hurt a lot of clubs. Because not only hurts you financially, because for every kid that comes to the club and they pay an X amount of money, you get the mum and dad that come and they spend money at the club, right? And that's where your money comes from there. But you lost the volume of spending from mum and dad and nana and cousins come to watch.
Of course, yeah.
Right? So that's the first thing that's wrong. Then the other thing that's wrong with it now is that they will take your best players. You could have brought this kid up for 10 years. You don't get a cent.
No, that's right.
It's cost you money and time and effort to pay the coach. You know, even though some of the money that the coach is being paid by is subsidised by what the parent pays. Yeah. So there should be a scale of some reward.
There's got to be compensation for the NPL
some reward
clubs.
for what you do. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
And it's got to be scale.
Yeah.
If you had this kid for 10 years, maybe it's $500 for every year he's been there. Whatever.
Yeah.
They should work on a figure. And what that does, it gives the clubs an incentive to produce juniors. They can be your feeder team.
Of course.
Instead of you just can pick the eyes out of it and.
Yeah, that's a bit unfair.
You know, and the thing is, like you have all the big great clubs like the Slavia, Hakoah, JUST, and all them. When they fall down, they can't get up.
No, that's
because
right.
the immigrants aren't here no more.
No, that's right.
I used to go to soccer. I watched my cousins play with my dad and my uncles at Olympic Park, and we used to sit on the running track. Olympic Park was like that.
Yeah.
There's no sitting, no seats. It was all standing, and the kids used to sit on that red, red.
Yeah, I remember it well. Yeah, I used to sit
I used to be up there.
Yeah. So and just Tony and Lolly,
Vella,
are Dad's cousins.
they're my
right?
cousin.
And apparently they both played for Australia at some level or something too. Yeah.
So soccer's been in our. I think we got fed soccer balls when we were born or something like that. But
it's in your DNA.
Yeah, it's in us, you know.
Of course, and that's a beautiful thing. So tell me a little bit more about those times, the crowds in the '60s, and you used to go and watch. What are your memories of that?
Well, I remember, when, say for our sake, we play Heidelberg.
What year are you talking about here?
Years I can't tell you because it just it'd be when you was about 13. Go back there.
So it's the 80s.
Earlier days, like I used to go, we'd go and as a kid you go and watch a game of soccer. You don't sort of say, well, hang on, I'll try and remember all this.
No, of course, you're just going.
I used to remember we'd go by train.
Yeah.
We'd get off and walk down whatever street that is in the city, down by the river there.
Yeah, and go to Swan Street.
And walk to Olympic Park. We weren't lucky enough to go into dressing rooms or anything like that.
No.
Just, even though you had relics playing, but it was good stuff. It was just packed, packed. You get the Italians against the Maltese, and that's how it was, and the Maltese against the Greeks, and the Polish against the Russians, the Germans, and stuff like that.
So did you used to go and do you remember watching any of those old World Cup games that they used to have in the pre-seasons or the end of seasons when they would pit their nationalities?
Not as a kid. Not as a kid. You see, and why I think that is because like my parents were pretty poor.
Yeah.
As probably most immigrants those days.
Yeah.
And if they were going to go, they're not going to pay for another kid. Or when you got 6 kids, you can't take the whole 6. So you don't take.
That's fair enough.
I think maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But later on, when I sort of, as I got older by myself, I could go down there and stuff like that. And before he was born, I used to go and shit like this. Yeah. But
growing up as you did, obviously you played here as a junior. But in that period, say like when soccer was the main thing for you, or your hobby and your passion and your love, was there players in those teams that you used to watch that had an influence on you, or that used to excite you, like in any of the?
Oh no, I didn't sort of know who they were.
Yeah.
But I was always proud that my 2 cousins played both for Malta and played for Slavia and Just and George Cross and later on a lot of Green Gully. Yeah. And that's put my chest out to my cousin Tony Vell, right?
Yeah.
And, but as for, I mean, the most bloke that ever sort of sticks in my mind is Hucko used to have a goalkeeper by the name of O'Hara.
Yeah, Mike O'Hara.
He was nuts.
Yeah, that's about how everyone describes
it. Yeah, he was nuts. He was the only bloke I'll tell you, he would save a penalty with his legs. He'd stand on his hands. Don't ask me, like, he'd hang like a monkey on the bloody bar. He used to do all this sort of crazy. I remember I used to watch Slavia at the old showgrounds.
Yeah. What were the crowds like at the showgrounds? Decent crowds?
Yeah, but they were only to one side. Because
the stand was on the one side?
Yeah, it was always sort of like... Yeah. So you go to South Northern House now, they're here. There's nobody there, yeah? So,
It was like that.
It was like that. But Slavia was like a market. Slavia used to buy a player today and sell them tomorrow. Yeah,
well, they were a selling side. They were almost the trading, bring them out and then make more money on the resale. And the Jamie Paytons and Eisendorns are the proof of how that would work.
McHenry.
Yeah, Bobby McLaughlin.
Then Bobby McLaughlin. Then we had Dusan, the Serbian bloke, some big bloke, I can't think of his name.
He was pretty good later.
He was coaching at Ardea, what they call themselves now, Westgate. He coached in the Serbian club, Westgate. No, look, that period is sort of, because some of that stuff did not because of my job. I wasn't. Because I remember I'd go and watch the game in the truck and then I'd go. Stuff like that.
Life changes as you go along. So tell me about now. You're still going?
I still go to as many games as I can.
Yeah.
I probably go to 75% of the games.
Yep.
If my birds aren't racing, I'll be going. If the birds aren't racing, I can't go because it's a hobby where it keeps you at home.
That's fine. Still enjoy it?
Love it.
Yeah.
I've got my spot on the fence, and that's where they've got to cremate me.
Yeah.
It's the Charlie Venes stand, which is about that wide. And if you ever walk on the ground and say to anybody, "Where's Charlie Venes?" They go, "Oh, he's there."
Everyone knows where Charlie
is. That's where I stand. I'd like to stand about between the halfway line and the big box.
Yeah.
Probably 10 metres out of the big box, and I'd like to stand on the fence because I like to hear the language and the feet running on the ground.
Yeah.
I'd like to be, and I'm sick of kicking the fence. And I'm sick of kicking the bloke next to me because I played the game as,
You play every kick. You're still doing it.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I don't know it, but Heather goes, like, if you turned up and she'll tap on the shoulder, she goes, just watch him because he'll kick you in the leg, you won't know he's doing it. Right? So, and shit like that. Yeah, I still love Green Gully. I still try and get up there on the Friday nights for a meal.
Yeah.
And run some of the old boys and have a bit of a chit chat.
Yeah.
Occasionally, the original pioneers, if that's what you like to call them, we have a get together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, out of the 14, there's probably about 12 or 11 left now. A couple of them passed away.
Of course. Yeah.
But we try and get together probably every 3 or 4 months, And when we talk a lot of, do you remember this and remember that, and we talk about the days we had horses, the days we had soccer, then we go from horses, motorbikes.
Yeah.
And your first old FJ and old Vanguard or whatever car you had.
Yeah.
And yeah, and some of them, their sons still turn up once every now and then, and some of them it's very hard to keep kids.
No, you can't force them, and
Can't force them, but
things
you want
change and
them.
whatever. But it's
Yeah.
good that it seems like the community feel
It's still
is
there.
still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
It's still, and that's what Green Gully lost that in the last 10 years, and it's lost it because the way it was being run.
Yeah,
Hopefully now it's changed.
Yeah.
It's changing.
yeah,
The focus is on to try and make it back to what it was like. This is your club. Come and enjoy it.
yeah,
Come there anytime you want. There's no, do the right thing. You're always welcome. Green Gully was a pioneer Maltese club, but it's not a Maltese soccer club. It is a soccer club for anybody who wants to be at Green Gully.
Yeah.
You didn't have to be a Zenit or a Valor or whatever. Yeah. And that works very well for us. And even like as today, if you go through the names of the committee members today, they're all mixed. You've got Dutch, you've got Polish, you've got Maltese, you've got Yugoslav, you've got German. It's good. It's a good mixture. It gives you a feel of community.
Yeah.
And that's how I like to think of it. We are. We're a community soccer club for everybody in the area where they call Green Gully.
And you sound very proud about that.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we started with nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, and people don't realise how hard it is to do anything when you've got nothing.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll just tell you the classic example about it. I remember when Loose to Fro was still in the tin shed, right? Loose to Fro's wanted a flagpole outside behind the goalpost. They want to put the Green Gully flag. And there's myself and the committee, the junior committee, myself, and the Irish fella. He's the coach, Brian Kerr. And Lou said, listen boys, tomorrow can you just come up and dig a hole? Well, I reckon within 4 hours, we dug about 3 inches. No water up there. The ground was like granite rock. And Loose to Frach come up and he told us off. What the fuck, he's been here all day? And Brian Kerr nearly hit him on the head with the bloody axe. With the pick, yeah? Because no machine, it's just
yeah.
everything hand.
Of course, yeah.
So it was all hard, and that's what makes you proud of it, because like where we've gone, Green Gully has gone somewhere. You have a look at these other clubs; they've gone nowhere. A lot of them fell off. A lot of them have died. The ones that fell off, they haven't done anything to come forward. You know, only just recently, like you got South Melbourne have been gifted, and I'll say that because they have been gifted by the government. Heidelberg now is being looked after by the government and the council with all the new stands and
Yeah,
on
they're
them.
getting support there. Yeah, sure.
Unfortunately, at Green Gully, once Green Gully become like a business club, yeah, the council stop helping us.
Oh, okay.
Right, the council doesn't cut our grass. We've got to cut it. We've got to buy our own machine.
So you've
Except for there's a couple of grounds outside that are council grounds.
yeah, of course, on the
That's,
outskirts.
on
yeah.
the back.
Yeah.
And they got to maintain. But the one where the juniors play, I think the one where they train, and the main ground, we look after.
So become self-sufficient.
Yeah. And if we ask for the council something, yeah, but the rest of it, mate, is I think you should get a book and have a read of it.
Thanks for sharing.
You're quite
your
welcome.
time.
I just hope that when this is whatever happens to it when it's aired and that, if I'm wrong in somewhere, I apologise to anyone I've put in the wrong spot. But I think, where my memory serves me, I think it's pretty...
No, you've done a great job, man. I just want to
pretty
again
good, yeah.
congratulate you on your induction into the Hall of Fame at Green Gully.
Yes, thanks.
Well done.
But you can cut the legend bit out of it. Just a pioneer Hall of Fame.
Pioneer's a special word,
Passionate.
mate. Well
Passionate
done.
Green Gully supporter.
Good man. Thank you.
As passionate as that. You ready for this?
Yeah. Keep going. Lift it up. Nice.